So welcome to the 2020 R.Pod 180. Start right in the back corner here with your power cord. So it just lives in the storage compartment on the other side. On your power cord here, you can see it's got that one little notch right there. Lines up with that notch right in the bottom. So you're just going to slide that in. A little 8th turn locks it in place, and then the thread's there just to really lock it in. And then as you follow the cord back, you can see you've got the 30 amp end right there. Fairly standard, most campsites will have that for you. You just plug straight on in, and there you go. Now if you're at home looking to run your fridge or charge your batteries, we do supply you with a park adapter as well, plugged into a 15 amp outlet. Right beside your power inlet here is your cable and satellite inlet, so you just take a coax cable, plug it into there, and fire up your TV location. Now this black tank flush right here is to flush out your black tank. Now with your black tank, you just got it right here. Your black tank is of course filled from your toilet. So once you go to dump out your black tank, I'm just going to pop this cap off right here. So note those 2 ears. Your sewer hose has the exact same 2 ears and plugs on the same way. Then you're just going to pull the black valve, let the black tank drain out. Now over time, you may go to drain out that black tank and it may not necessarily read empty. It'll stick at 1/3 or 2/3, but you know for fact that it is empty. At that point, you take a water hose, plug it into here, and with that black valve open, you're just going to turn on some water and it'll flush out that tank for you. Then once you're done dumping your black tank, you'll come over to the gray valve here, pull that, and it'll dump out your gray tank. Your gray tank is filled from your sink and your shower, so generally cleaner water just helps keep your sewer hose cleaner. And as for your sewer hose, if you just come up to the front here, and right in this little hole right there, just open that up, is your sewer hose. So those are those 2 ears that I was telling you about. Just plug right onto your sewer system back there. And that's that. On the back here and behind this black port is your outside shower. So you'll get a key just like this one here. Stick it into there, turn it over, and there's hot and cold water with a 3-foot hose. So if the dog's out getting muddy or whatever, you can spray them off. These 2 black ports right here, just service ports, nothing back there for you to worry about. This right here is the exhaust for your furnace, so if you're ever running your furnace, you just want to make sure nothing's blocking that. It does get hot. This port right on the top here is your fresh tank fill. So you take a water hose, stick it into there, turn on your water, and it fills up your fresh water tank. You know that tank's full once it starts spitting water out of that vent here, or by watching the monitor panel inside. Right below it is your city water connection. So again, same water hose, plug it into there, pressurizes all of your water lines. And then right down here, so you can see you've got the white and the red hose. So you undo this white cap, it's just going to drain out all of your cold water lines. If you undo this red cap, it's just going to undo all of your hot water lines. And then right back here, right in the bottom of your tank, is your fresh water tank drain. So you just undo that, and drains out your water tank. In each corner of the trailer, you've got these stabilizer jacks. So you're just going to bring those down. You want to contact the ground with them and just firm up the trailer a little bit. And what that'll do is it'll just kind of remove that sway as you walk through the trailer, keep it stable for you. And then right here, it's your hot water tank. So you're just going to take that keyway, line it up, hot water tank pops open. Right at the top here is your pressure relief valve. So before you ever turn it on, whether it be with propane or electricity, you're just going to pop that valve there. Make sure that shot of water comes out. That bit of water coming out is just letting you know that it's full and it is safe to fire it up. Firing it with electricity, it's just that switch in the bottom there. On is on, off is off. And for firing it on propane, your switch is just inside. Now I'll go over it in a second, but I will mention a reset button later. And that reset button is just right here, this right kind of button right there. It doesn't necessarily feel like a button or a switch per se, it does feel more like just a circle. So you're just gonna press that and that'll reset your hot water tank. So right up in the front here with your tongue jack, you just press that red button there, turns on a little service light in the bottom here. And then up to go up, and down goes down. Right behind it here, just undo this one little knob there, pop open the cap. Then you've got your propane tank in here. It's a standard propane tank, you're just gonna turn that valve to open it up. And there you go. You do just have the one tank, so you do wanna be mindful of that if you're running at a dry site where you're just going off of the propane. Your battery's right in this box here, so as long as you're plugged in through that short cord in the back, that battery is charging for you. Also right on the side here is just a propane outlet, so if you wanted an outside barbecue, you've got the outlet for it. And right along the side here, if you just pop open this compartment here, is your exterior kitchen. So just a little latch on the side there, just slide that in and pull it out. And then once they're open all the way, if you just come to the side right here, there's just this little latch there, bring that down, just locks it open. So your hose right here is just a quick connect with the standard end. It's gonna go right into your spray point right here. So you're gonna push that back, push it in, and that's that. You've now got water over here. For undoing it, just press it in, pull it out. And what I like to do, I just like to open it up and just let it drain out. Just so you don't have that water sitting there for too long. And then right inside your sink here, it isn't necessarily a sink per se, it's more of just a tub. So when it comes to draining it out, you do have to just take it out, dump it out. You've also just got the propane hose right here. So with your propane hose, all of your connections are the same way. You've got that valve right there. So with that valve open, you cannot undo the quick connect. You've got to make sure that valve is closed before you can undo it. So again, same thing right here. This valve, just got to make sure that's closed. Pop that open, slide your propane connection into there, lock it in place, and then you can open up that valve. Again, we've got this one closed still. And then right behind here, right in the back, is your quick connect. I'm just gonna plug into that, lock it in place, open up that valve, open up your stove, bring your little flaps out, grab a lighter, turn it over to light, and as soon as it clears out the air from the line and the wind kind of dies down, you should get a flame here. Alright, so you can't see it, but I can sure feel it. And that's that. I'm just gonna bring the two of these in, fold it back down, undo your propane connection, again closing that valve and then popping it off. Then what I like to do is I'll just give the hose a couple wraps, connect it to itself. That just ensures nothing getting inside there. Then your little latch on the side, and she slides back in. This right here is just a GFI protected power outlet, so if you wanted a TV outside, coffee maker, whatever, you got the power for it. And then in the very back here is just another storage compartment. So this is where I'd stored your power cord. We also supply you with the water hose and the park adapter I was telling you about. So that's where you plug your cord into, and that it just goes into your house. You get the 3/4 inch jack here for all of your stabilizers, as well as the manual override for your tongue jack up front. And for your steps, you're just going to grab this bottom step here, pull it out, flip the top one over, and open up the door. When you first get inside, all of your light switches just right here. So interior lights, do all of your ceiling lights. Porch light does your outside amber light there. Awning light is on a lighted switch. And for your slide, you're just gonna press and hold out. The slide will make its way out. You hear a couple extra hums from the motors once they're out all the way, just letting you know they've extended completely. And that's that. For your awning, just press and hold extend, makes its way out. Now you do got to be mindful of your door here because it does come down.
Oh, you're gonna hit that trailer.
Alright, now the awning isn't quite all the way out, but should be far enough out that I can show you how your two legs come out. So if you just come to the ends here, you've got that little flap right there. I'm just going to push that out. That'll bring the foot out of the middle here, slides that out. A little 90-degree turn, Then you're going to extend this foot out, pop that plastic piece up, slide that down and in, lock it into place. And then if it were fully extended, you'd be pushing this out all the way. And then right on the inside here, we've got that little lock. So you're just going to turn that over and that'll lock it in place. So you do the same thing with the arm on the other side. Of course, you can set your arms at different lengths to change your pitch, to let water drain off, change the amount of shades you've got, whatever it may be. Before removing it, you're just going to bring it back in all the way. Pop up that plastic foot there, bring it out, slide it in, back 90 degrees. Line up that foot, and then at the end, just pushing it back in. Press and hold the tract on the awning, she'll come back in. Again, being mindful of your door. Now, generally, you would do this with your door closed. But of course, I've got to show you what we're doing here. And that's that. Otherwise, right on the floor here is your fire extinguisher, so pull the pin, point, and shoot. Storage right up on the entrance here. And then right up on the wall right here is your monitor panel. So start off with your water pump in the bottom right here. Turn that on, draws out of your fresh water tank, pressurizes your water system. And right beside it is your water heater. So we'll turn that on. You'll get that fault light just to let you know that it is supposed to be firing up right away. It'll go out once the ignition sequence is starting. So there we go, you see that light came back on. It's just letting you know that it didn't fire up on that sequence. So it's going to try again. It is a 3-try board. It'll try 3 times to fire up. Alright, so we could hear it firing up that time, so that way we're not getting that fault light back. If we were to get it back and then again the 3rd time, at that point you'd be going outside, hitting that reset button just to get it to restart it all. Most common cause for it not firing up is it just simply trying to clear air out of the propane lines. So you just want to let that go a couple times. If that doesn't fire it up, then you just want to make sure you do actually have propane. Now up top with your monitor panel here, you can see you've got battery, so press and hold battery. I'll tell you your charge level. So currently, because we're plugged in, we're sitting at C for charging. G would be good, F is fair, and L is low. Same idea for your fresh, black, and gray tanks. So as you fill them up, they'll go from empty, 1/3, 2/3, and full. Generally, you want to empty it out as soon as you get to about 2/3 or full. And right beside it is your thermostat here. So press the power button, it'll wake it up. It'll start from off. Hit mode there, it'll go into your fan speed. And with your fan speed, I'm going to recommend you just leave it on auto. Unless you're looking solely just to move air, then you can select high or low. Otherwise, just leave it on auto. Hit mode again after that, it'll come into cool. Turn on your air conditioner, just select your temperature there. And then with the air conditioner going, you've just got all the little louvers out of here. So you're just going to open up all the vents, shoot air where you like it. This one right in the center here, close that, and start using the sides more. Open it up, or it'll just dump all of its air right here. Hit mode again, and it'll go into furnace. Again, just select the temperature. It'll fire up the furnace. The furnace in this unit is just down here. It doesn't have any ducting throughout the unit. Now with this furnace, once it lights up, if you just kind of look in this bottom corner there, you'll be able to see the little flame going. So there we go. And after furnace, if you just hit mode again, she'll cycle back to off, and that's that. Turn everything off. The USB charging ports, if you want to charge your phone. Right on the floor, there's your LP detector. So propane's heavier than air. If there's ever a leak in the trailer, it'll sit on the floor. That guy works just like a smoke detector, starts going off. Sink here, hot and cold water, plastic cover. Stove here, same idea as the outside. I'm just going to turn it over to light, hit it with a lighter. And once it clears the air out, there we go. Same thing on the other side. There we go. Right above it here is just storage. This blue pouch contains all of your owner's manuals as well as your keys. Right up top here is just a little push button for your lights. Microwave here. Convection and microwave. Fridge right below it, so you just got the little button right there, press that in, unlatches it, and you can open her up. Freezer compartment right on the top. Right here is your temperature control. So with this guy going up, you're gonna get it colder. With it down, it's gonna be a little bit warmer. Then this is your major control. So we'll hit the power button there, turn it on. So you can see it's got that plug lit up right now. It's currently letting you know that it's running off of AC power. You get the flame right there until it illuminates, and then the fridge will run on propane. Or if you're traveling, you can run it off of the battery there. It'll keep cool off of your truck battery. And then right on the side here is your temperature control, the major temperature control. So you can hit that, you can go to your warmest, then you just keep going all the way up to your coldest. If this light right here were to ever come on, it's just letting you know that it hasn't lit on propane. Same idea as your hot water tank, just reset it. GFI protected outlet right here, so if any of your outlets don't work, this is the first thing to check. Test on the bottom, reset on top. Smoke alarm. Go. And then right behind me here is your entertainment station. So your stereo right here, turn that on. And you've got the AV, AM, FM, HDMI, whatever you like.
CBC News from Winnipeg.
The first time you hook up to Bluetooth, it is going to ask you for a code. That code is just right here. It is 0000. For speaker selection, you can run it either inside, both inside and out, or just out. And then your TV there as well. Your TV remote is included in that blue pouch. Right above your dinette here is just two lights. For your dinettes, basically just gonna hold your foot down on the legs, and she swings around. Just like that. Make sure this little yellow latch right there locks it in place, and then for bringing it back down, you're just gonna push that latch back, and then swing it back around. You do also have the travel latch here, so you just wanna make sure whenever you're going traveling that this thing is strapped down. And right here is your converter. So just press the top there and pop open. All your breakers are on the left side. Whenever a breaker breaks, it'll sit in the middle, so you just want to turn it off and then back on. And all of your fuses over on the other side there. And lastly, we'll just come into the bathroom here. So you've got a light switch just up on the side here. Storage all along here, as well as back there, and a little cubby hole. So it's just got the little tongue right in the front of it. Hot and cold water for your sink, as well as the mirror back there. And same thing, hot and cold water at your shower. And that's that. Right in the living room, if you just pull this knob down and turn it counterclockwise, she'll open up. Fan speeds are just in the end here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you hit it again the 5th time, she'll cycle back to 1. If you want to turn it off, it's dedicated off on the side there. Closing it, we're just going to turn it until she's tight, and then just press that knob up to lock it in place. And that's about it for this little unit here. If you've got any other questions, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.